Thank you. Ms. Kim, if you'll do the roll call for us.
Mayor Bailey. Mayor Pro Tem Tice.
Here.
Councilmember Baden.
Here.
Councilmember Bourne.
Here.
Councilmember Hoyer.
I'd like to welcome our guests and our news media that's here tonight. Our first item will be to approve the minutes for the April 29th, 2019 City Council meeting.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes for the April 29th, 2019 City Council meeting as they read.
That's a second.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of the minutes for April 29th, 2019. Is there any comments or discussion? If not, Mayor Pro Tem votes aye. Councilman Baden?
Aye.
Councilman Bourne?
Aye.
Councilman Hoyer? Motion passes. Our next will be a presentation for Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month. If Mr. Powell and Mr. Kimball and Mr. Ruiz would meet me up here at the podium. How are you?
Good.
Good. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. What we'd like to do, it's a proclamation that whereas today's society is finding more citizens involved in motorcycling on the roads of our country, and whereas it is the responsibility of all those who put themselves behind the wheel to become aware of motorcyclists, regarding them with the same respect as any other vehicle traveling the highways of this country, and safely share the road with motorcycles. And now therefore, I, Karen Tice, Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Groves, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2019 as Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month in the City of Groves, Texas, and urge all citizens to become more aware of motorcyclists and share the road.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. If y'all would like to speak or say anything.
Good afternoon. Good to see everybody again. Mr. Sosa, good to see you.
I see you too.
My name is Mike Reese. I'm a member of the Black Sheep Motorcycle Ministry. Every May is designated Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month. However, for us bikers, every month is Safety and Awareness Month. Beautiful weather means more motorcycles on the road. And as always, we are always encouraging motorists to be aware of us while on the road. Look twice in each direction before pulling onto a roadway. Check your blind spots before turning or changing lanes. Keep a safe distance when following motorcyclists to give us more time to stop, because we need that extra distance to avoid road hazards that might be in the road. And also, please do not text and drive or talk on your cell phone while driving. Whenever there is a vehicle motorcycle accident, we just hate to hear, "I didn't see him." On average, Texas has a motorcycle fatality every day. In 2018, 417 riders lost their lives, 1,920 were seriously injured. In fact, we had a fatality this morning that kept I-10 blocked in both directions for several hours. And we don't have any details on name or anything, just another example of that. For our part, we continue to educate and encourage our bikers to not drink and ride, to always wear proper gear, including a helmet, and to ride responsibly and be proactive when on the road. So on behalf of Region 4 Confederation of Clubs and Independents, I want to thank the Grove City Council for participating in the 2019 Share the Road campaign and for this proclamation. Thank you very much, and if we could have an opportunity to get a photo op, that'd be great. Angela, do you mind taking a picture for us? When you know somebody in the crowd, this is how you do it.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Good to see you. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kimberly. Good to see you. Karen, thanks very much.
You're very
Appreciate it.
welcome. Thank you
Thank
again.
you very much.
I'm sorry for the quick exit, but we are going to do the same thing at Lumsden.
Y'all be safe pulling there.
Don't drive too fast. Take your time.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, our next item will be to see, receive reports or any citizen comments.
Mayor Pro Tem, I have two reports tonight. One is from Troy on drainage and another is from Mike on the commercial sanitation.
Troy Foxworth, Public Works Director for the City of Rose. I just want to give a report on the job that we completed this month for the month of April, so last month. We got to Lincoln at Port Neches to Van Buren. Port Neches cut off, I'm sorry. Port Neches cut off, there was about 400 feet of ditch that we cut over there, and on Lincoln, we had 2,000 feet that we did there. Joplin at 39th, all the way to Terrell, we cleared those ditches to 1,500 feet. On Willow, we reshaped and graded the ditches over there about 400 feet, that was from Maple to the corner by Ash. We did that side over there, and then 32nd, we got back on there, to finish some more of that. We got about 350 feet of that. For culverts, we installed, for extensions on driveways and new homes, let's see, a total of 170 feet of culverts. Those were all, let's see, we had 40 feet of, I'm sorry, we had, 110 feet of 15-inch culverts and then 60 feet of 18-inch culverts. We removed 100 feet of culverts from an abandoned home that was torn down, and just pulled those out to try to improve drainage over there on Beaumont. And then after all of the ditch cutting, we blew out the culverts for about 1,000 feet of culverts throughout the whole area that we dug out. This report, along with March's report, is on the website. I'm trying to get more diligent about putting this on the website so that you guys can actually see it. It's exactly the same thing I just read you off tonight. So that's what I got.
Sir.
I wanted to kind of talk to you about something that we've been kind of messing around with and figured out. We've been looking at the efficiencies of the solid waste system altogether, and what we've found out is we break a lot of the residential cans. They'll get cracks down the back or cracks in the front, and we're trying to figure out why that happens. It's because we have larger arms than you're supposed to have on these trucks. We have to have those arms because we service 300-gallon containers at commercial establishments. So there's really no way to prevent breaking these cans, and we break so many, it averages about $44,000 a year in broken cans for the residential side. So the solution that we've come up with was to kind of get out of the commercial service business. So we're looking right now maybe just getting rid of the 300-gallon containers, and we'll go to dumpsters through a contract we'll have with some, well, we haven't got that far with it yet, but we'll have to do a request for proposal, and, it'll be a local waste management, Republic Waste, one of them type of people, that will do it through the city. They will work with us on it. But when we get rid of those bigger arms, the 300-gallon containers, we can get rid of the bigger arms, get the size arms that is supposed to be on the trucks, and we won't break all these cans. And that'll eliminate that massive expense that we do every year. Plus, there's a lot of frustration with citizens, because, it's like 3 a day that I get calls that it's broken. And there's really no way to prevent it other than change the arm out. And to do that, we have to get rid of that 300-gallon service. So that's what we're looking at doing. I kind of wanted to fill y'all in a little bit. Does anybody have any questions on that?
What's that yearly expense again?
About $44,000 a year from broken cans.
So are y'all looking at the city providing the dumpster, or the individual businesses doing their own dumpster?
It'll be, the city will handle it.
Okay.
Yeah, the billing will stay the same for the commercial establishment. They won't really, the only thing you'll notice the difference is You'll get rid of all these cans that are lined up out in front of the schools, and you'll have one dumpster.
Maybe I need to clarify, because we're gonna basically take everybody that's got the 350-gallon container, send all that information to people that propose to pick it up as a unit, as a contract. So the individual commercial business will get a different service, but they'll still pay the city. If we're looking to keep it the same price as they're paying now, and they should get, for example, a standard unit dumpster for, let's say, Republic Waste is 2 cubic yards, okay? No, yeah, it's 2 cubic yards. That 350 gallon is 1.5 cubic yards. So what Mike is saying is, we'll be able, just for example, the schools, we have 8 to 10 350 gallon. They're terrible.
Yeah.
They blow. They're just not.
You can't get
Yeah.
new lids for
We'll
them. That
probably-
stuff's blowing
yeah.
around the neighborhood.
So
It just looks
now,
bad.
if a commercial customer wants to get out and get their own, that's fine. But we're gonna try to make it as easy as possible, and this is just for the 300 gallons. We have a lot of commercial customers that use the 98 gallon, no problem with them. They may use 3 or 4 of them.
Right.
So when we get the proposals, we'll bring them back to council and we'll make a recommendation. And our goal here is to make sure that they get actually better service and at a comparable, same price.
Well, like some of I know Paige switched a while back when we changed some stuff, the collection. So would she have the opportunity to go back to a city service?
Probably not, because she's already got that service.
Okay.
So this is just be for everybody's on city service right now.
Right now.
So
Right now,
what
there's
happens-
63 that,
Okay.
that have 300 gallon containers. So.
And that's just for convenience, because, we wanna be loyal to our
Right.
to our people that stuck with us. So we're trying to get them actually, like I said, a better can, a better container, and a comparable price, which means about the same price. And actually, they'll, for example, if you have 2 350 gallon cans, that's the equivalent of 3 cubic yards. Well, they can do that with 1 container.
Right.
So anyway, we'll bring all that information back to council and make a recommendation for council to look at.
And since the storm we had last week, I'm sure y'all are seeing the amount of trees out there. Just to let y'all know, we're running extra hours, we're running the spare trucks. Like today on Monday's route, we hauled 19 loads of just trees. That's not the regular, that was 6 loads of trash, but 19 loads of trees. So if you see the constituents, just help remind them to keep their trees separate from their regular trash. It'll help us get it picked up quicker. So, is there any more
Yeah, I
questions?
might, being realistic about the switches to the garbage cans, a place to put those dumpsters. Well,
Depending on how many they have, that's gonna be part of each location.
Well, yeah, I was saying, you know, after a period of time, they're gonna be sitting in that same spot, they're not gonna be rollable. So they're gonna sit in the same spot, eventually you're gonna end up with a mud hole, I know.
Mhm.
As wet as we can get, it'd have to be just like a desert for a wooden. So then we're gonna end up with the situation, I would think that either we're not gonna like it, or the customer's gonna want to know what to do. So we have to be careful about that expense, I would think. The second thing I would think would be, we're gonna end up with dumpsters. I mean, I'm for it because I don't like the big ones either. But things I think we need to look into, to make sure that everybody understands. You're gonna end up with the, hey, there's a dumpster over on, Canal and Cove, we're about to have to throw that in there.
It happens right now.
It happens now, so it's, with that many more of those
And
containers.
actually, if it continues like it's going now, it will be better. Because what happens now is demolition gets put in those cans, and the trucks that service the cans cannot handle the demolition.
And you can
The
lock,
trucks that do the dumpsters
Right.
can handle a little
Sure,
bit
sure, I
better.
understand that.
and you can lock the ones that are.
Yes.
I understand that weekends you log with, but then you get to the, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
make sure we put all this in a package.
Yep. Yeah.
To tell them, these are things that can happen, these are the positives, these are negatives. Because, yeah, they can lock them, I know that.
And you'd be surprised that a lot of our cans are already on a solid surface.
Oh, well, good, I mean, I know there's some of them.
Like the schools, for example,
Sure.
should, like Roselle, should have 7 cans. And I've already talked to them about the logistics and everything, and it would just work out much better.
I guess it's more the individual commercial accounts, not necessarily the schools.
Right,
The
yeah.
guys that have one, maybe two.
Right, and that's the
They
ones
they
we'll
don't
be,
have a desert, I mean,
Yeah.
you see them on the side of the road for 4 or 5 days before they move them afterwards, and that's what they
Yeah.
do with the other,
and it's gonna be a
dumpsters.
case by case.
right. We just wanna make sure we cover all that before we, make a rash, I mean, not a rash, but before we make a decision.
Yeah.
Everything that they understand and y'all can get with them, make sure that it's in the same pace, so we don't have any more trouble with anything.
Right.
We have enough things, to deal with.
So how much do the new arms cost?
The new
Have you
arms,
guys done a justification on that cost?
they're $2,300 a piece, so
That's what, 5 trucks? So,
we have 5 trucks.
that's what I thought, 5 trucks.
And you'll do all 5 trucks?
No, we won't. We'll do the ones we normally use. We'll keep the spares of the 300s for now. And in the future, we may change them.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mike.
Mike.
That's good for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are there any citizen comments? Two of y'all?
Let me go first, go
Go ahead, I'll be last.
My name's Alan Schneider, I live at 2231 Briar Cup, Henry Road. I have a rhetorical question, or maybe you consider it a statement. I would like to know what the council or the leaders of our community would consider unbecoming. Would you think that committing a felony, perjury under oath, falsifying statements for voting would be considered unbecoming? I would. Mr. Hoyer, I asked you to do the right thing. I have proof that you and other members of the city leadership have committed perjury. I ask you to hold yourself to the same standard that you held others to. Committing perjury in anyone's eyes would be considered unbecoming. With that being said, I came up here just to make this statement and let the people of Groves know that not all of you, but some of you sitting up here have a different agenda and to keep our rights safe. Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
My name is John McMahon, and I live at 4501 Lawndale. I have a few comments that I think you people would like to hear. I'm giving a personal thanks to the city council, the city manager, for this West Groves piping project that was done 2 weeks ago. And from what I can see, y'all have done a fantastic job, and all of the residents and the neighbors, thank you from the bottom of their heart. Also, I'd like to give thanks to the people working for the city that's picking up this green trash. On my street alone, I've seen at least 2 days that they went by and was picking up everything. And I think that shows a big improvement for our city. And I'm sure this project was going throughout the city. And I want to give you thanks for that. And also the people that's working on cleaning the drainage ditches out in our area. Seems like everything has been done very well. And I think that everybody truly appreciates that. And like I said, again, I want to give thanks to the city council for everything that y'all are doing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Are there any other citizen comments? Okay, if not, not, we'll move forward. Our next, item is to consider canceling the regular scheduled city council meeting of May 27th, 2019, due to the observance of Memorial Day.
I make a motion that we, consider canceling the, Memorial Day city council meeting and observance of the holiday.
I have a motion and a second to cancel the regular scheduled city council meeting of May 27th, 2019, due to the observance of Memorial Day. Are there any comments or discussion on that? If not, Mayor Pro Tem votes aye. Councilman Baden?
Aye.
Councilman Bourne?
Aye.
Councilman Hollier? Motion passes. Mr. Attorney, nothing for you tonight. City Manager, if you'll do our invoices, please.
Yes, ma'am. The invoice approval list for May 13th, 2019 is as follows. Buna Electric overhaul number 4 pump at the tap lift station, $63,847. BYO Recreational wood mulch to fill playground area at Memorial Park, $5,762.16. Calvert and Eves LLP lawsuit Coburn versus City of Groves, $7,907.37. CDW Government Inc. IT Department server items, items for cameras at the water plant, $15,194.29. Core and Main meter registers, $37,003.69. DeLeon Construction and Drywall, replacing ceiling tiles at Public Works, $6,408. Jerry Wally Construction, drainage improvements for West Jefferson, $9,045. Republic Services, roll-offs for Eastdale, Monroe, Joplin, Cooley, Garner, Meyer, Willis, Taft, Terrell, West Washington, and Eastdale, $6,987.06, for a total of $152,154.57.
Mayor Pro Tem, I move we approve invoice list May 13th, 2019 as written.
I have a motion and a second for the approval of our invoice list for May 13th, 2019. Are there any questions or comments? Dee, I'd like to add, on the wood mulch for the playground, was that included in the amount that we had talked about
No, ma'am,
previously?
that add-on after the fact.
Okay, that was just the.
Yes, but it's still within
Requirement.
budget.
Okay. Any other questions? Mayor Pro Tem votes aye. Councilman Baden?
Aye.
Councilman Bourne?
Aye.
Councilman Hollier? Okay, are there any council member comments?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to make a comment about we've been working for the last 6-7 years waiting for the treatment plant to be paid for, to be able to come up with this extra money to do our street program, and we've worked our way finally to it, and it's starting to take place this year, and we got plans for the next several years. I was just gonna let y'all know that for 1 foot, 38 foot wide of Monroe to be fixed, it's $22 and some cents. And we just spent $83,000, and we could have had almost 1,900 feet of street done. If you've been here, you know what the 83,000 went for. So, there's things like that that everybody needs to think about.
Can you tell me what the $83,000 went for? I don't understand.
Sir?
I'm not sure that I understand what it went for.
We spent $83,000 on lawyer fees.
And why would that be, sir?
Well, there's a lawsuit against us.
Exactly.
It is not for, I'm just merely saying what we spent for that.
I understand.
We've been working very hard to try to get the streets done.
If the city wasn't corrupt, we wouldn't have had to spend that money.
I thank you for your Thank
Mr.
you.
Baden,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, you said that you've been working for 6 or 7 years for the water treatment plant.
Waiting for it,
Okay,
for it to work for everything.
but back in August, we had a tax increase by about 5.5% that would increase our streets and drainage, our streets budget, which drainage is in that,
Right.
from $300,000 to $600,000.
It was also to give the employees their raises. I didn't, we can bring that up on the agenda, and talk about that some other time. It's not on the agenda tonight. I just wanna make a comment, I think, I'm just.
But you said Monroe would be $22
A foot.
a
A
foot.
foot,
That's a
oh, yeah.
bargain. Let's do it.
Well, I mean, it's, the process is gonna get done. It was just, it's just not necessarily Monroe, it's just, that's how much it is. That's a road everybody knows.
Okay,
How bad it is,
Councilman.
thank you.
I know. We need to stop conversing. Are there any other comments? If not, we will adjourn this meeting at 5:55.
They're digging so much pressure, we're not running the.